"I can't believe it, what am I seeing?" That was the reaction of most of the audience to the diamond ring rumor and her request for her father's blessing. Are Taylor and Travis about to get engaged? If you think 2023 is a big year for Taylor Swift, think again, because 2024 is going to be an even bigger year for the pop superstar. By the time Swift takes the stage in Tokyo for the next date of her Eras tour on February 7, 2024, she will likely have a new accessory, an engagement ring, Page 6 reports. Not too excited yet, but Page 6 broke the news that her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, asked Papa Scott Swift for permission to get married. It's also very possible they are spending the holiday together. A source close to Kelce confirmed to Page 6, Scott was asked for his blessing and gave it wholeheartedly, and Travis was talking to friends about a ring. Rumor has it that the ring is in the works or may already be in his pocket, because fans just saw the new one she showed off to Miles Teller on her birthday evening. We contacted Swift and Kelce's representatives, however they did not confirm or deny, simply remaining silent. But it is clear that Swift and Kelce's relationship only goes one way, from hot to even hotter. Taylor finally has a partner who is ready and willing to play, the source said. He said, "I'll stand next to the stage and wait for you to jump into my arms, I'll do it." A Swift insider added, "Taylor is so in love. She hadn't been with a guy who was excited and proud to be with her for so long. She was used to having to hide and lie still every time she had a relationship." When Swift was recently named Time's 2023 Person of the Year, she gave the magazine a candid interview about everything from her past feuds to her love life. In it, she revealed how her romance with Kelce came to be, saying it all started when Travis very adorably put me on blast on his podcast, which I thought was metal like hell. Swift added, "When you say a relationship is public, that means I'm going to see him do what he loves, we're showing up for each other, other people are there and we don't care. The opposite of that is you have to go to an extreme amount of effort to make sure no one knows that you're seeing someone. And we're just proud of each other." Kelce's proposal is worth looking forward to, because we always want to see superstar, music idol Taylor Swift happy. Taylor Swift, 6 milestones in the life and career of the American singer named Person of the Year. Taylor Swift scribbled the lines of the song A Place in the World, which would later be part of her first album, in a notebook. She knew what she wanted, but not how she would get it. Her goal was to dedicate herself to music, to be famous, but she didn't know how. She had just taken a crucial step towards this, moving to Nashville, United States. She was only 13 years old. Now, just turned 34, the artist is a global phenomenon. She has sales that have made her a multimillionaire and she has been chosen Person of the Year by Time magazine. Here we tell you some of the milestones in the life of this American singer. 1. From the first karaoke to the sound of music. She was born on December 13, 1989 in West Reading, Pennsylvania. Her mother Andrea loved music, later we will tell you where this comes from, and baptized her with the name of the great singer-songwriter James Taylor. From a very young age, Taylor sang in karaoke competitions organized by musician and family friend Pat Garrett. She was groomed, dressed and ready for show business. "I think this, devoting herself to music, was planned since she was 5 years old or something like that," Garrett told Radio 4's Profile program. One of Swift's first performances was in a youth production of The Sound of Music, when she was 11 years old. Word spread around town that there was a young woman who was a sensation, one of the Vaughn Trap Girls. In a fairly remote place, where all the people always do the same thing, she quickly found her way, Garrett noted. 2. An artist grandmother with her feet in Latin America. An inspiration in Taylor Swift's life was undoubtedly her maternal grandmother, Marjorie Finley. Marjorie studied for a degree in music at what is now Lindenwood University in 1949. She was a very talented soprano. When she got married, she had to live in different countries because of her husband's job. But this did not stop him from supporting her musical career. The couple lived in Cuba, Venezuela and Puerto Rico. There she was considered a big star and she presented El Show Panamericano, a variety show, and she sang with the country's symphony orchestra. Taylor dedicated 2 of her songs to her maternal grandmother. The first was Marjorie, in 2020. This same year she published Timeless. In both video clips you can see old images of her grandmother. In the first, she is seen on a beach, sailing on a boat with the Venezuelan flag, and in the second in a multitude of snapshots and videos with Caribbean landscapes. 3. The first contract and the first success. At the age of 13, she moved to Nashville, Tennessee, the birthplace of country and, without a doubt, a favorable environment for music. There they found inspiration from Bon Jovi to Johnny Cash. In that city, Taylor had the opportunity to work on her own lyrics and chords. And at just 14 years old she obtained her first contract with Sony/AVT, which made her the youngest artist on that label, although she was short-lived. She switched to Big Machine Records, and with this label she had her first big hit, a song called Tim McGraw. A nod to a country star. The song was on the Billboard chart for 20 weeks, peaking at number 40. It reached the top 10 of the Hot Country Songs chart. She was only 17 years old. 4. The Worst Humiliation. In 2009 she continued her rise and won an MTV Award for Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. Taylor Swift was on top. She arrived at the ceremony in a dream float. That night she made headlines around the world, but not because of her success, but because of an unfortunate incident with rapper Kanye West. An excited Taylor went on stage to collect the award from Shakira and thanked the audience for that achievement. "I always dreamed of this moment, but I never thought I would have one of these. I make country music," she said, stupefied. But the astonishment was greater when, out of nowhere, Kanye West burst onto the stage, took the microphone and said that she really didn't deserve that award, Beyoncé did. They booed him, but the entire scene marked Taylor very strongly, as he reveals in his documentary Miss Americana, on Netflix. Her musical revenge came just 4 months later when she won the Grammy for Album of the Year for Fearless, 2010. She was the youngest artist to obtain that award. It wasn't the only time West challenged her. In 2016, the rapper published the song Famous, where he attacked the singer. Swift stayed away from the spotlight and people for a while. 5. Reissue of her and her albums as a studio phenomenon. On her return to the musical world, Taylor stepped forward and got rid of other people's criticism, even attacking them. The album Reputation and the video clip for Look What You Make Me Do, a response to the attacks by West and his then-wife Kim Kardashian, are proof of this. She has already taken flight as a pop singer, and in 2019 she made the decision to re-record her first 6 albums. These Taylor covers, as they are known, are a protest against her former company, Big Machine, with which she became involved when she was 15 years old. The label sold her recordings to music mogul Scooter Braun in 2019 and then sold them to an investment company. By re-recording the albums, she makes it harder for the company to make money and at the same time makes more money herself. Although she initially dismissed it, she went ahead with the project as an act of rebellion. "It all depends on how you deal with the loss. I respond to extreme pain with defiance," she said. She has already re-released 4 of her old albums with another label. This gave him more money, more power, and even more visibility. In 2019 she won the Woman of the Decade award at the Billboard Women in Music, and she has at least 5 Guinness records, including being the first female artist to sell 1 million copies with 3 albums. Starting in 2022, New York University began offering a course on her work, as did Stanford University with the course The Last Great American Songwriter, Taylor Swift's Narrative Through Time. 6. Person of the Year and Billionaire. 2023 has, without a doubt, been a stellar year for Taylor Swift. Ella's Eras de Ella Tour, a show that covers 45 songs from her entire career, broke ticket sales records. When she began the tour in the summer, fans without tickets gathered in the parking lots just to hear the music. In Seattle, her concerts generated seismic activity equivalent to a magnitude 2.3 earthquake. In addition, It is complemented by the film about the tour that has already grossed more than $249 million worldwide. Precisely thanks to Era's earnings, and together with the value of her musical catalog, Taylor Swift's fortune exceeded $1 billion last October. Her fortune includes more than $500 million in estimated wealth accumulated from royalties and touring. Plus a music catalog valued at $500 million and some $125 million in real estate, but the stellar closing of this year was known recently, when Time magazine named her Person of the Year. "This is the proudest and happiest I've ever felt, and the most creatively fulfilled and free I've ever been," Taylor Swift told Time. Without a doubt, she found her place in the world.